came out puffin', came out fucking on your cousin. I do all these fluses, wizard, then they daddy, but you never, you in trouble. I'm the Senate, I'm gon' barbecue a setting. That's your busy, it ain't shit. I went shopping, if it running, check my hundreds, check my million. We watch cable, and my auntie, cause my brother wasn't married, but my uncle under something. Mr. Magic, Billy, Bashing, Mr. Magic, Billy, Bashing, miss me with that local hit.
Woo! I'm not surprised. I'm on a ride. Yo, oh baby. This fucking shit is moving. It's moving. That's how you know it's a banger. When the speaker's moving? The speaker's moving, bro. The bass is knocking. The bass is knocking. Okay? Take another hit of my vape. Guys, I'm a crackhead. Nee and I call this my crack pipe, okay? New Year's resolution is to stop vaping. I should have never started, right? Go over to my good friend Jamal's house. He has an air bar. I said, what is this? He goes, it's not weed, you're good. I said, fuck yeah, let's do it. Hit it. Felt my soul leave my body, you know? It's a great feeling. Nicotine is a great feeling, but it's addictive as fuck, so you shouldn't do it. So I'm going to cut it out for New Year's. I told Nia. She hates that I do it because it's damaging my lungs. Let's get to the intro. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I am who I am. My name is my name. Episode 74, part 2. I got like 5 minutes into this video and my fucking mic went out. I unplugged it. I hit it. I was like, they suck. And I hit the fucking mic cord out. But yeah, man, how we doing? Y'all doing good? I know it's been a while since I made content. Hold on. What the fuck? Oh, shit. I'm so fat. I'm going to break it. Oh, I feel like a superior being now. Do this. Oh, yeah. I feel so much better doing it like this. Okay. Had my chair low as fuck, boy. Had me looking like a goddamn little person. Can't say midget. Just said it. Can't say it. It's offensive, right? The cancel culture has to stop. If I can't call people midgets, then what's the point of watching Willy Wonka, bro? Like, if I can't look at a little person and call them an Oompa Loompa, but that's offensive to them, I'm not going to get into it, okay? Anyways, man, listen. Today on the pod, we're doing the power rankings. Top 15 teams in the NBA, going in order. I have some in-depth analysis on some teams, and some teams, I've watched them so much, like I have notes. I can really go off eye tests and things of that nature. But I did look at schedule, and I'm going to sound like a hypocrite and very contradictory on a lot of shit when I speak about people's schedules, because some other teams have bad schedules too. And I just don't look at them the same. Because it's how you look. You know what I mean? It's how you're looking on the court. And I've watched a lot of teams this year. I've really covered the basis of the teams that I have in these rankings, that I have in these rankings. I have watched 2 to 3 games of each of them. I mean, I watch basketball every single night. You know what I mean? It consumes my life. I give an apology every 3 weeks for not doing enough content. Bro, Nia's getting into final exam stages, dog, and I cannot get this computer, or I can't be at the house by myself with a computer. It's like, when I'm here by myself, she takes the computer to school. When she has a computer here, she's doing homework, and that's cool. Like, I'm not going to tell her, yo, let my mediocre viewership podcast take away from your well-being of your life. You know what I mean? I mean, Jesus Christ. But at the same time, it's hard for me to catch a vibe when she's here. But at the same time, it's a lot of excuses, basically, is what I'm giving you. Because really, I really want to come in here and pump out like a lot of like short videos. I've been wanting to do it. I just like, she's doing homework or she's watching something on it. And man, she is my girl, but this is her possession. I'm not going to ask her 3 times a day, like, yo, can I take that? Like, I wanted to do an Odell Beckham getting cut from the Browns video, Miami Heat video, all these things. I should just take that shit, tell her to shut up, get in the kitchen, play her role in the relationship, and use a computer. I should just do that. Hey, play your role, right? Play your role. That's all I'm asking you to do. Play your role. But yeah, so these teams, y'all are going to disagree with a lot of them. And dude, I hate to tell you, it's not all record-based. Because I'll tell you this right now, a team that's not on there is the Bucks. And you're like, how? Bro, they have a 500 record. And this is not a season-long projection. I think the Bucks are going to end up being the 2 or 3 seed at the end of the year. They're missing Drew Holiday a couple games. They've been missing Chris Middleton a couple games. Like they've when they played us, they had their whole starting lineup out except for Giannis and Chris Middleton. So they've had some injury problems. And right now, they are not playing like a top 15 team in basketball. They have arguably the best player in the world, but they're not playing like a top 15 team in basketball, and y'all just got to live with it. And once again, like, leave a comment down below of what you think, because I don't really give a fuck what you have to say, but I'll read it, and thank you for your input. I'm kidding. I don't care. I don't care. Like, I don't care if you disagree in the sense that I know that I'm right all the time, okay? I'm right all the time. So, I got the list on my phone, man, and let's just get to it. It's going to be a pretty long video if you want to be honest. So, all right, so number 15, a team that I don't think should be on this list. I think the Bucks are better than them right now. I think a lot of teams are better than them. I think the Raptors are better than this team, even though they lost to them. They're at the bottom of this list just because of their seeding in the West. It's the Dallas Mavericks, and I just wanted to shit on them. Guys. Dude, they're top 4 seed in the West, man. You gotta have respect for that. You do. They fucking suck, man. 17th in defensive efficiency. 22nd in offensive efficiency, which was one of the greatest offenses we had ever seen in NBA history. They were a top 5, I believe, offense in NBA history last year that has been completely ruined. You start realizing, oh, we had a top 5 coach in the NBA. He knew what he was doing. Maybe you started realizing that, right? And then you realize, for some reason, nobody wants to come to Dallas, and I don't know about that. Like, I don't know why. I truly have never understood how Dallas cannot get free agents. Dude, Dallas, I lived there for a while, and I don't even have bias to that city like that, bro. Dallas is a fucking dope-ass city. They have good weather. They have all the shopping places. Yes, it gets a little cold in the winter, but I mean, bro, Dallas is a fucking dope-ass city. I lived there. I didn't live there, but I lived in that area for a while. When I lived in Denton, I would go to Dallas a lot. It was kind of dope. They have amazing restaurants. Per capita, it has the highest population growth even over LA in the last 2 years. You know what I mean? That's why people are getting hit over the fucking head with goddamn luxury apartments and shit out there. I don't know how they can't get free agents, but I can tell you this. They suck. They suck ass. They have to me, arguably the worst starting center in basketball in Kristaps Porzingis, and I'm not even trying to make jokes. I'm not trying. Like, Jonas Valanciunas is so much better than him. Steven Adams is arguably better than Porzingis right now. Like, let's go down the line of all the people that are better than Porzingis. Vucevic, Cat, Bam, Embiid, Gobert. Pelicans. Oh, Jonas. Fucking Steven Adams. I'm trying to think of teams. Jared Allen's better than him. Who's the starting center on the fucking... Chris Boucher's better than him. Bro, you're talking about... I'm not kidding. Go down the list, bro. Is Draymond the center on that team? If he is, he's better than him, obviously. I'm just thinking of teams, see me like looking around. AD, DeAndre Jordan is legitimately might be better than Kristaps, and I think DeAndre Jordan is a fucking dog shit NBA player. That's what I'm talking about. Hunter, they're 7-4, Hunter. What are you looking at? It took a buzzer beater over the Celtics. The only team you've beat with a 500 record is the Raptors when they looked like they were ass for a little bit, right? It looked like the Raptors were going to teeter on lottery. It looked like, ooh, they're not looking too hot. But now, whew, Pascal Siakam's coming back. Fred VanVleet is getting the legs underneath them. They're starting to look good. Scotty, what is the fucking rookie's name? I'm looking it up. Somehow I forgot. Hold on. I'm looking at guys. I know you're yelling it at me. I literally talked with Chris about this motherfucker. Raptors. Dude, I'm sorry. At least I go and look it up. I literally went Scotty Barnes, Hunter. Jesus. Yes. That kid is some guys. Oh, and Evan Mobley is better than fucking Kristaps Porzingis, and he's a rookie. This rookie class was phenomenal, by the way. By the looks of it right now, Chris Duarte, Scotty Barnes, goddamn. My mind is going 100 miles per hour when I record. We hadn't even got to see Cade Cunningham yet. Jalen Green is absolutely insane. And Mo Wagner's brother is actually a good player. He's athletic as fuck. Dude, this rookie class is nice. I ain't gonna front. But guys, the only team you've beat that has a 500 record right now is the fucking Raptors. I saw you have 3 points in 8 minutes. There was 3:55 left before you scored your 4th point. Nia's texting me, yo, this girl in class. I'm recording the best podcast on the fucking planet. Shut up about your... That's rude. But for real, she needs to shut the fuck up about her class issues, okay? I don't care if someone's oversharing. How about you be a nice person and let them overshare? I just sat here on my podcast a week ago and almost cried talking about my mental health issues. How about you be into people's issues like that, Nene? Jesus, she has the heart of gold. Anyways, the only 500 team you've beat is the Raptors. And once again, you have 7 wins. All teams have a losing record other than the Raptors. I'll say it again. 7 wins, all of your wins. All of your wins. And go look at your losses. The Hawks by 62. The Heat by 20. Every game they've lost, the margin is 20. And every game they've won, the margin is 7. And they've played all horrible teams. The Mavericks are fucking bad, dude. When your second best player is Jalen Brunson, alert! Fire! Fire! Turn the alarm on. I probably shouldn't be saying that in an apartment complex. Turn the alarm on, bro. You have an Ember that has a gallon of gas right beside it. This isn't something crazy. I'm not being overly critical of this team. They fucking suck, man. I'm seeing Luka pass the ball up and do V cuts and cut actions. Bro, no. This whole thing where people are so dumb. You know this 20-year conversation of can LeBron play off the ball? Why would you have him off the ball? Who the fuck has he had on his team other than Westbrook where he has to? But why do people want to take away what makes someone great? Do you think Kobe would pass more? Fuck no. Why would you make him? Why would you make him? It's so dumb. What if Shaq... Does Shaq need to develop a 3-point shot? What? Can he run the point? No. No. Okay? Let Luka... Rick Carlisle was running 1v5 for a fucking reason. They need to go back to that. Okay? Now you can't get anything for Porzingis. And I know y'all want him to play well so you can trade him. If I'm ever at that point as a fan, fucking shoot me in my fucking head, in the back. Right where the spinal cord connects to the brain. If I keep getting reports, Odell Beckham has gone to the Rams. Huge news. I have to drop Robert Woods. I am fucked. That goes into my fantasy content, though, but here we go. The next team on the list, number 14, the Lakers. And I don't think the Lakers should be on this list. But last 10 games, 7-3, I believe. So you're talking about a team that started out pretty bad, had some very bad losses in close games to bad teams. Without LeBron, they beat the Heat last night, but we didn't have Jimmy Butler. Guess it's a fair game, whatever. And yeah, man, they've had the easiest schedule other than the Warriors in the NBA, and they don't look good. The eye test tells you Melo might be the best player on that team right now, right? He might be the best player. It's just not working. Their defense isn't elite. They've been decent on defense, but it's not elite. Their offense is horrible. I think they're like bottom half of the league in both. They're just not a good team. But with the names on the back of those jerseys, I think somehow, some way, they'll figure it out. But once again, guys, we're only 10 games in. This isn't a projection of the season. Once again, I had the Lakers as a top 2 seed in the West. That looks like a horrible take. But they're still in the playoff picture right now. They're not tanking. I think that we don't give teams enough time to mesh. That's my whole thing with the Mavericks. Your roster is exactly the same. You did not add... Reggie Bullock is not adding... Sterling Brown is not adding somebody. Frank Ntilikina is not adding somebody, bro. You didn't add starters. Is Reggie Bullock a fucking starter? I've watched him 4 times, and it is repulsive basketball. Repulsive basketball. It makes me puke when I watch them play. They fucking are horrible. The Mavericks suck. God. But the Lakers, man, nothing to go too crazy on the Lakers. They're a bad team. They're a bad basketball team. They just beat the Heat, though. Duncan Robinson is sucking ass, is what it is. So, number 13, the Grizzlies. And how the fuck are the Grizzlies on this list, Hunter? How are they better than the Mavericks? And they're 6-5. They've had 2 back-to-back games already. One, they beat the Warriors in. So they have a win over... They have the only defeat of the Warriors this year. Their moving of Jonas Valanciunas seemed like a backwards move to me because I thought Jonas Valanciunas is a very good player. Now, once again, I think I had a very good analysis. I said Steven Adams is coming there. I didn't think... Me and Chris had this discussion how he thought it was being aware of what you have and not... I think a lot of analysts look at moves like that. I don't think we shouldn't assume a team thinks that they don't have what it takes to be good or be great. You got Ja Morant, and like I said in the text, I wish I could go back and look for it because it was in the group chat that's active every day. I said it is meant for the pick and roll to work better. It's a dude that does not need the ball to be effective like Jonas does. Jonas is taking up all the paint space, and look who's leading the league in paint points. Ja Morant. I never thought it was that crazy of a take of me. I always look at the positive instead of looking at... I look at it, what does it do for you now? The Memphis Grizzlies made the playoffs last year, bro, with a rookie point guard. I don't think they go, we might, we're not going to make it this year. What the fuck? Yeah, probably. You got Desmond Bane developing into a damn good basketball player. Dylan Brooks hasn't even played a game this year. And you're talking about their best scorer other than Ja, obviously. I think from the outside, he is their best scorer, perimeter scorer. But Desmond Bane's developing. D'Anthony Melton's developing. I don't know, man. I like that fucking squad. I can't stand to watch Kyle Anderson play basketball for some reason, though. I literally hate watching him play. He's like a slow motion. His shot is slow. He's fucking... Didn't he go to UCLA, play point guard at UCLA? He's fucking 6'8", 6'7". I cannot watch that dude play basketball. But yeah, I think the Grizzlies are better than the Lakers and the Mavericks. I hate to say it. They are. They just are. The next team on the list, number 12 in the league, is the Knicks. Okay. The Knicks are good. They're not great. They have some wins over the 76ers, who are higher than them in this list. But I think what they're missing is that defensive ferocity that they had. I don't have the exact stat. They're in the bottom 10 of the league in defensive efficiency, which is not Tom Thibodeau's thing. But you also have to realize the Knicks are making so many more threes. Not so much, so much, so many, so much, so many, many, much. My dad corrected me as a doctor. If I was my age then and he was like much or many, I would be like, you don't even have a fucking job. You're in med school. Don't talk to me. Why are you correcting me on shit? You ain't even got a job, Dad. Shut your ass up. Don't correct me on shit. But I was like 6 years old. Mama's paying all the bills. You ain't even a real man. Don't look me in my face. Who are you to talk to me? You don't even pay no bills, bruh. Don't fucking look at me. Talking about much or many. Anyways, God, that's horrible. Anyways, I fucking the amount of threes that they're shooting and making at this clip, the Knicks are going to be a fucking tough out in the playoffs again. They're better than they were last year, in my opinion. They're better. You can see Obi Toppin. To me, it's not like he's a drastically better player, right? But when I've seen them play, I see a little bit of this development, footwork, dribble skills. He is just a lob threat, like on the scouting report. But I can see his skills developing pretty fucking well. And if that dude just develops 15-footer, I think that dude's going to be a very good NBA player. Julius Randle, again, having a fantastic year. I loved seeing him do that. He's averaging 22. Derrick Rose is balling out. Kemba Walker's doing his thing too. He's not ever going to be the old Kemba Walker, okay? But he's back home, man, and you can just see he feels much more comfortable than being a Celtics point guard, which has been it's like being a Bears quarterback right now since Rondo. I know that sounds kind of out of bounds, but dude, being a Celtics point guard has been trash. Kyrie Irving, ass. Kemba, ass. IT, MVP candidate to getting cut. Traded, and then basically doesn't have a chance at the NBA. Like to get real minutes and be real part of a team. You get what I'm saying? Like, that spot, Marcus Smart just blew up the whole fucking locker room. Dennis Schroeder came from an $84 million contract to play for the Celtics. Something's up with that Celtics point guard position, and I'll leave it at that. So the Knicks are a very good team, though. I'm actually pretty impressed with how good they've been. I expected them to be a little bit worse, but they've actually gotten better, and their record doesn't show how good they are either. But once again, guys, we're at the very beginning of the season, and I'm going off my eye test. So this is my opinion, all that shit. Number 11 may be a surprise here. We had a malfunction. The Knicks are not number 12. Okay? The Knicks are not number 12. I don't know who I had at 12. So we are going to skip the fucking 12 spot. Because I swear, hold on. Let me look on my notes here. No, because all these guys are higher. Yeah, well, fuck number 12. I'll get back to it. Whatever. I'll come back at the end of the video with a correction or something. Who cares? We're going to number 11. It's the Cavs. And this might be the biggest surprise of all. Who would have thought the Cavs could be this good? And if you really go look and see who they beat a lot of good teams. And, dude, they're a tough out. They have 6 guys averaging double digits. Jarrett Allen, holy shit, what a pickup. What a pickup, and I never understood why the Nets gave him up. I get DeAndre Jordan has a relationship with everybody, and, bro, you got to win games, man. Fuck that shit. Jarrett Allen has been incredible, and he was always a good young player. He's always a rim protector, always a double-double machine, always a lob threat, great pick-and-roll player, athletic. I don't know what they're looking at. I really don't. And the Cavs are going to be a tough out the whole year. They may not make the playoffs. This may not last. But if they are even close to 500, they should be proud of themselves. They should be proud of themselves. I always wondered, like, damn, when is Kevin Love going to get out of there? You know what I mean? But maybe he don't want to. Maybe he doesn't fucking want to, man. So, oh well. Number 10. And this is kind of, I'm against the grain on this team rather than most people. The 76ers are at number 10. Now, once again, this is for right now. I think the 76ers are going to be one of the best teams in the league. And their record is still going to be, their record is great. Like what, 8-3, 8-4? I don't think they're a bad team. I just don't think they're I think they are a top 10 team in the league. Is that me calling them bad? I don't think so. I think these other teams are better than them. I think the other teams are just better right now. Your star player, Joel, has not been himself the whole year. He's averaging 21 points per game, coming off one of the best seasons of all time by a center. Literally, if he stays healthy all year, it's one of the best seasons of all time by a center, with Jokic, of course. Guys, I'm not trying to shit on this team. All I'm saying is I think they have heart. I think they're very good. I don't think they have what they need on the defensive end right now. They are no longer a defensive juggernaut. They're one of the worst teams in the defensive efficiency in the league. I don't know, man. But they are the best offense in basketball right now, so I can't hate on that. And that does affect your defensive efficiency, but not like that. You get what I'm saying? Because the Warriors are number 2 in offensive efficiency, number 1 in defense. We'll get into them later. I just don't see it with the 76ers right now. Once again, they're out Toby. They're praying Toby comes back tonight. Tyrese Maxey, like I've always said, showed how good he was against the Bucks, keeping it fucking close with Paul Reed. I'm not saying his B-Ball Reed. I can't say his nickname, B-Ball Reed. I'm sick of this. They call fucking Niang a goddamn minivan. Okay? And that shit, if a man's name is the minivan, he is not sustainable to keep your offense going, okay? Now, I believe in Seth Curry as a ball handler. Him and Joel are doing the J.J. Redick and Joel, which was one of the most efficient duos. I think it was the most efficient duo in the NBA when they played together as in a pick and roller. Because, man, you got... And the thing is, Seth Curry has more of a point guard skill set than JJ, which is kind of wild. So now it's even... When Joel gets going, they will bump up my power rankings. I'm not shitting on the 76ers. I just think these other teams have looked better in a shorter span than they have. I would just say they have injury problems. They're missing Ben Simmons very badly on the defensive end. You got Toby, who has improved defensively over the last 2 years, but still isn't the best defender in the world, you know what I mean? Not literally. Well, literally, you have him fucking going to therapy, right? But physically and mentally not the best. Okay, Toby isn't the best defender. Seth Curry gets exposed a lot, but he gives effort. It's one of those things, you know. You got Furk out there being a primary defender on guards. It's not a good look. They're just not built to stop people defensively. But with the guard play that they're getting right now, when Joel gets busy, when he starts getting busy, getting his legs warm, that team's going to be fucking dangerous. I just think that defensively, once again, to really hit this on the head, they're not even close to being what they were last year defensively. Ben Simmons is that essential on a team defensively. Hopefully they can step that up, and I do not believe in their fucking coach. And 6 of their 8 wins are against 500 teams or below. Hate to tell you that. One of those things I'm looking at right now. For the early season. You know what I mean? For the early season. The next team on the list is the Knicks. I think the Knicks are better than 76ers. They did beat them. That's basically it. And I think they're a better shooting team than the 76ers. But the 76ers have also improved in shooting. But we already talked about the Knicks. The next team is the Wizards, man. The Wizards are the number 1 seed. And you're like, how are they number 8? I put that they should be lower to me. Once again, 6 out of their 8 wins are against fucking 500 teams or worse too. They're just playing amazing team basketball, and I've sat here and I've preached Tyler Hero 6-man, Tyler Hero 6-man, Tyler Hero 6-man. It's Montrezl Harrell again. Montrezl Harrell is 5th in the NBA in PER. The other 4 players are Jimmy Butler, Jokic, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry. And he does not play 15 minutes. He plays almost 30 minutes a night. And he's balling his ass off. I think the difference here is Dinwiddie, and dude, by the way, Bradley Beal has played horrible this year, and they're still the number 1 seed. Bradley Beal has played god-awful this year. And the one thing that they have now is a slew of players that can play. Last year they didn't because they had that Westbrook contract hindering them to sign other people. They got Kuzma, they got Caldwell Pope, Hachimura's coming back. Like, he hadn't even played this season. I think he's played 1 game, maybe. He hasn't even played this season. Bradley Beal's not even averaging 25 this year, and they're still winning basketball games. So, I think Dinwiddie brings an aspect of team basketball to this team that they did not have last year. Honestly, with Westbrook. I know he's a triple-double god. Daniel Gafford also got him a bag. I like that. He's a very hard-working player, man. I love watching Daniel Gafford play. Plays exactly how he did in college. Best player on the team, does not matter, hardest worker. plays the hardest out of anybody on that basketball court every single night. But yeah, I think they have a lot more camaraderie with Dinwiddie because he's a true point guard who can fucking play basketball very well and can shoot. He can shoot. He can shoot. They have somebody at point guard that can shoot. And Nato, by the way, Nato, if y'all watch the Wizards play, Raul Nato was a nice-ass backup point guard, man. And remember, last year, they had Westbrook and fucking Ish Smith. They had no shooting. Okay? They had no shooting at all at the point guard position, and now they do, and it's expanding the defense out and helping them a lot. So, at number 7, I have the Nuggets. They looked pretty at the beginning of the season, right? They looked They were looking like they were missing something. Last night, Will Barton drops 30. Who did they beat last night? Hold on. They beat a good team last night without Jokic. Let me go look real quick. Sorry. And they just look the Pacers, not a good team. Sorry. They are not a good team. I thought they beat somebody good. Sorry. But they beat a team without Jokic. And the one thing about this team is you can look at their defensive efficiency. It's good because their pace is they have the slowest pace in the NBA other than Miami. Their pace is slow as shit. They just walk it up the court, hand it to Jokic. And, dude, when you watch them play, you just see the pace. You know why? Their possessions last 18 to 23 seconds. I'm not even kidding. The amount of times they pass it or Jokic just holds it or they just sit there and dribble the fucking clock out. I don't know. They just beat the Pacers without Michael Porter and Jokic. So it's like they're missing Michael Porter. They don't have Jamal Murray. I don't know, man. I've been very impressed with the Nuggets. I've been very impressed with them. They have a win over the Heat. The whole little scuffle went down, shit like that. And, yeah. It was one of those things where I was kind of pissed as a fan, but I didn't get like, I'm not like, yo, Jokic is dirty. I don't give a fuck, bro. He's cold as shit. Markieff Morris did a pussy-ass move. But don't call Jimmy Butler a fake tough guy, though. Like, if you've watched the NBA, please stop. And he wasn't even yelling at Jokic when he was saying, bring that shit to the back. He was talking to a former player that was a coach. Okay? And I saw that up front. I knew he wasn't talking to Jokic. And Jimmy didn't see what happened. Go look at Rob Perez's breakdown of the investigation. That's top tier NBA content creator right there. And Jokic, by the way, just a casual 27, 14, and 6. On 60% shooting. Like, what the fuck is he doing, bro? What's this chubby fuck's problem? What is this guy's problem? That guy is a savage out there. He is so good. Man, I can't believe a dude built like that can be a top 5 player in the NBA now. I think that's very, very crazy to me. Okay, so the Nets. Kevin Durant, that's it. Him and Steph Curry are in the lead for MVP, along with Jokic and Jimmy, and I don't know who else is up there. We'll see. But yeah, man, I think that in this case, you're looking at a team that hasn't started well. They look bad. Their second star, James Harden's only averaging 18 points a game, man. 18 points. And do I think Kevin Durant can sustain 29 points per game on 58% shooting? Yeah, I do. I fucking do. Yes, I truly do. I do. I think his percentage points will go to 54. Ooh. But yeah, I think KD will keep them and win them a lot of games. But in the playoffs, they're not built to win the playoffs right now. They're not. I'm sorry. The Nets are not built to win in the playoffs. I'll just say it. I just think that their defense is Joe Harris hasn't really from the start of the season, he was shooting like dog shit. So that may have skewed the numbers, but he isn't being that elite shooter. Just like in the case of Duncan Robinson, and people forget those Wilson balls. They changed out the balls. Sorry, I know who's number 12 now. Not the number 12 team in the league above the Grizzlies is the Clippers. Okay. They have beat bad teams. Paul George is going to be in the MVP discussion eventually. There we go. MVP clicked. Bang. Clippers are number 12. Clippers are number 12. And I know they've beat bad teams. I watched 2 games in a row, and I see them making shit work. And once again, that could be because they're going against bad teams, and I watched them on their best nights, not their worst nights. You know what I'm saying? So it's when you watch them, and once again, I've watched all these teams that I'm talking about. I even watched a fucking Cavs and Wizards game last night where fucking Kuzma hit the 3 with 11 seconds left when they didn't have a lead the whole second half. Yeah, I watched it with Bates on the mic. Okay? I watch these games, man. So the Nets, yeah, they're not built for the playoffs, man. They're just not. They don't have the defensive talent. Like, they don't even have good defenders on their team. They don't. James Harden isn't getting foul calls at all. It's affecting how he scores, man, and it's fucking scary, bro. You're talking about a dude that was called one of the greatest ISO basketball player of all time, averaging 18 points per game. Apparently, his hamstring's still hurting him. I don't see that. I think he has lost a step, and maybe that's affecting him. But, dude, he's missing wide open shots. He's driving and doing fucking body contortionist shit. It's just one of those things, man. I just don't see it with him. But KD makes them an elite team. I hate to say it. I mean, shit, they're right up there in the mix. They started out 500 too, but KD started exploding on motherfuckers. The number 5 team in the league is the Suns. Now, how is that? They do this thing. I look at this too. They're having a good season while playing poorly. Devin Booker is shooting 43% for the season. DeAndre Ayton has missed some games. And then Chris Paul's just fucking patching it all together with 14-11 on 50% shooting. 14 points, 11 assists on 50% shooting. They haven't looked that good at all. But they're winning games. They're somehow getting there. You know, their defense isn't as good as last year, but their offense has been trash. But they're winning games. I'm just impressed how they're winning fucking basketball games without DeAndre Ayton out there, and Frank Kaminsky's over here dropping fucking 31 points and shit. I don't know. I'm always impressed with the Suns. And once again, if Devin Booker won't play this bad the whole year, he's going to have this. In the next couple games, we'll see a stretch. Devin Booker timeline shit. Devin Booker's going crazy. 37 in the third quarter. Telling you. He's not Clay. I'm talking about his whole game, okay? He's going to go for some 40 pieces, some 35s, some 30s, and be that consistent guy that he always is. And they're not shooting that well from the three-point line this year either. They're shooting 35% for the year as a team. And you're talking about a team that shot damn near 40% last year. So it's, if not over that, to be honest. They were one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league last year, and they're just not hitting their shots this year. You know what I mean? So when that starts happening, then we'll see. The number 4 team in the league is the Bulls, man. They're fucking cold, bro. They can win close games. They are showtime. And yes, they've lost to the 76ers twice. They have, I believe, right? I think they lost to them twice. I'll go check on that. I thought they lost to them twice. But yeah, and they haven't played anybody either. And Vucevic just went into health and safety protocol. So this is what I'm talking about. You're going to hear me be contradictory a lot of times. I just see a team that hasn't had time to mesh already meshing well. And you're talking about 4 guys that need the ball. 4 very capable players that need the basketball to score, all that shit. I think by the end of the season, this team is going to be hard to beat, man. They have unselfishness. They have clutch genes everywhere. They have athletic defend. Yo, if DeMar DeRozan is your 3rd best defender, I think Zach LaVine's defense is so underrated. He's actually probably their 2nd defender. I was trying to hype up Zach LaVine. But if Zach LaVine is your 3rd best defender on your team, you're fucking good. Shit, Patrick Williams might be. Jesus Christ. But they have everything, and Lonzo looks fantastic. He's having fun like a motherfucker. He gets to run fast breaks all day, throw oops to Zach LaVine. Like, you're talking about they have 2 dudes in DeMar and Zach who can get a shot from anywhere, anytime, anyhow, any place. Does not matter. DeMar DeRozan has a clutch gene that people, me and Chris talked about this, man. DeMar DeRozan is only going to be remembered by the people that lived in this era. Nobody's going to talk about DeMar DeRozan ever again, probably, except for Raptors fans, bro. And this dude is, what, the fourth best player I've ever seen shoot a mid-range jump shot. Dirk, Kobe, Chris Paul, DeMar DeRozan. He is on the short list. He is one of the... Dude, he shoots mid-range jumpers and free throws and layups all game and shoots 50%. And most of his shots are jump shots. It's wild. That's what makes KD so crazy. He's shooting 60 fucking percent and he shoots jumpers all game. But that's the thing with DeMar. He's so cold. And he's clutch as fuck, man. He is clutch as fuck. Right? I just like their team. I like how they look. I like how they look, man. They are fun to watch, too. I've watched 2-3 games of them. They are nice. I watched one against the 76ers, and they got beat. They got beat. Fucking Niang's out there fucking wetting them up. The number 3 team in the league is the Jazz. They're the Jazz. Same team as last year. They're the fucking Jazz. No Niang. They put in Pascal now, and they don't miss a beat. They don't. Donovan Mitchell is developing into one of the best players in the NBA. He has everything that a bag can have. He is Santa Claus, bro. He is one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. He can shoot threes at an efficient rate, shoot mid-range, can dunk on your head, can finish under the rim, hits a lot of his free throws. There's nothing he can't do. He is a damn good passer because he was a point guard at Louisville. There's nothing he can't do, bro. There's nothing. And the whole team around him, once again, it's the fucking Jazz. They're the same team as last year. They're going to be a contender this year. And now you see what happens when the best players in the world start to get older or they don't have a lot of talent around them. LeBron's getting old. He's got talent around him. I'm not denying that. I'm saying he's getting old. He may not be healthy the whole year. Kevin Durant. Team is on his back. You see the parity that happens? Steph Curry. Looking amazing. Got young developing talent on his team. This NBA is up for grabs, man. The Lakers look like shit. The NBA is up for grabs right now. Unless Kyrie Irving comes back. The NBA is up for fucking grabs. It is. The title can go to anybody. That's why I'm so happy with how my Heat look. But yeah, the Jazz, man, they're the Jazz. I hate to keep saying that. They play the exact same as they did last year. They're fucking well coached. They have a perfectly built roster. They all of them can shoot except for Gobert. All of them. O'Neal can shoot. I forgot his first name. Fuck. Bogdanovich can shoot. Ingles can shoot. Eric Pascal can shoot. Donovan can shoot. Jordan Clarkson can shoot. I mean, Mike Conley. Everybody can shoot 40% from the 3, bro. It's fucking crazy. And all they do is pick and roll with Gobert, and it's like a high school offense. You go 4 out, 1 in. They do pick and roll, swing it. If they got a switch, they dump it to the dude, and he'll fucking lay it in or he'll miss it, and then because he's fucking bummy. And then they just keep swinging it around, and somebody's always open. It's fucking annoying. Heat beat them, though. All right, the number 2 team in the league. Now, who's going to take the top spot, y'all think? This is like 1A and 1B to me. We both know the teams, the Heat and the Warriors, right? It's hard for me to choose one. The only reason I'm choosing the Warriors is number 2, and it's not biased. I promise you it's not. I actually switched this about 4 or 5 times. I went and looked at the Warriors' schedule. They literally have not played anybody. They have beaten 8 teams with losing records. They beat the Clippers. They beat the Kings. They beat the Thunder. They lost to the Grizzlies. They beat the Thunder again. They beat the Hornets. They beat the Pelicans. They beat the Rockets. They beat the T-Wolves and the Hawks, bro. You're talking about... and the Lakers. You're talking about not just bad teams. These are the worst teams. The Thunder may be the worst team to ever play on a basketball court, and I'm not even kidding, and they have one of the most talented players. And I'm fucking sick of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander being exposed to this bullshit. I'm sick of it. Get him out of there. The Pelicans are 1-11, man. They're 1-11. The Rockets are fucking playing street ball with Kevin Porter and Jalen Green all game. They had Jason Tate, who I actually am a huge fan of. He actually came up last year from the G League as a 6'7" center. Dude, that dude is nice. I love watching. And it's not like he's a fucking all-NBA guy, but I just pick up on little players like that because I like his story. And he really gave the Heat a hard time when we played him last year when they had John Wall. We actually whooped their ass, but I'm saying like he was doing pretty good on Bam, so I actually like him. But anyways, Hawks suck this year. They fucking suck. And the T-Wolves are the T-Wolves. They'll always suck. So Steph Curry's an MVP candidate right now. He's the number one MVP candidate to me. He's got to be at the top of the list, him and KD. And then it's probably Jimmy and Jokic. And then once again, I think Paul George will be there eventually. And KD, of course. I already said KD. But yeah, and I think Jordan Poole is developing into one of the best shooting guards like in the league. I know that sounds nutty, but bro, this guy is amazing. Like, he can shoot the fuck out the ball. And who would have thought that he would be like that out of Michigan? That's the dude from Michigan, right? Who had the long hair. I think he just cut his hair. And in college, he was a very good player, too. I always liked watching him play college. That's when I was really into college sports. Like, I was heavy. I'm still heavy into college football a little bit. SEC football mainly, but I used to watch the Clemson and the Clemson and Wake Forest game on a Tuesday at 3 p.m. So that's what I used to be doing. But now I'm an NFL junkie and NBA. I've always been an NBA junkie, but college basketball, I'd watch every fucking game. Speaking of, Arkansas starts their season top 10 in the nation, baby. We should be anyways, but we're not. They're like 15. Fucking stupid. But yeah, man, the Warriors roster without Wiseman, without Clay, somehow they're getting through it. Wiggins finally has a place where he's not looked at as the city savior, and that is helping him so much, man. I think that's huge for him. He doesn't feel like the weight of the franchise is on his shoulders because he was a number one pick. You know what I mean? Was he number one or number two? Wasn't he number two? Was he two to Anthony Bennett? He had to be number one. Hold on, let me go look at Andrew Wiggins' draft class. I'm so old I can't remember like draft class now, and that is sickening. That's crazy. I'm getting old as fuck, man. Andrew Wiggins was first overall. Yes, I remember. So I didn't know if Embiid got taken over him or he got taken over Embiid. Oh my God. And then, yes, so that's what made the whole move Andrew Wiggins to get Kevin Love and all that shit. That's what happened, yes. And that actually resulted in the Warriors getting Clay. Insane. And how it all started, man. But yeah, I think that the Warriors are going to be there at the end of the year. I don't think they're title favorites or anything like that. I thought they would be a 4 to 6 seed. 4 it tops. I just didn't think the Warriors are a winning franchise, bro. It's just like the Spurs, right? They just don't have anybody on their team. The Spurs don't. The Warriors still got a superstar. Another dude named Draymond Green who's been around for championships. They're a winning franchise. You just don't fall off the face of the map and be in the play-in again and all that shit, right? And I just think it is what it is. I think they're a very good team. I think they're number 2 team in the league. They just haven't played anybody, right? And now we go to the number 1 team in the league. To me, the Miami Heat. All right. Top 5 in offensive efficiency. I think we're actually number 6. We're top 3 in defensive efficiency. Looking pretty fucking good, man. And Tyler Hero finally healthy this year. Jimmy Butler having the best year of his career, averaging 25, 6, and 5 on 53% shooting, almost shooting 90% from the foul line. Bam Adebayo has been more aggressive. I want to see it sustained, though. I don't think it will be. And we have wins over the Bucks. We have wins over the Nets, the Bucks. Who else did we beat? Fuck. I'm going to critique my team, though. Who else did we beat? Bro, we beat another contender, bro. You watch all these games for what? Oh, the Jazz. Sorry. We beat the Jazz. We lost to the Nuggets. And this is where the critique comes in. When the Heat play bad, we play fucking bad. Like, we look like one of the worst teams in the league against the Celtics. We look like shit against the Nuggets. And what I think it is two things, all right? And we lost to the Lakers, and it was so shitty. Bam got in foul trouble, and Jimmy went out. Bam comes in, puts up almost 20 in the third quarter. You know what I mean? But the thing that happens is Kyle Lowry has to get his feet underneath him scoring-wise. He is making our offense move in a way that is very good, but somehow we have the slowest pace in the NBA. We do. It's on Hollinger's stats. I checked this morning that we have the slowest pace. And it's pissing me off because at the beginning of the season, it seems as though it's gotten worse throughout the year. It's just reminding me of last year where one-shot possessions, no easy buckets, and it's Tyler Hero hitting a contested three-pointer to take the lead and shit. You know what I mean? And Kyle Lowry he was pushing the pace like crazy early in the year. We have to get back to that. Now we're slowing it up. We're fucking taking our time, and it just becomes stuck in the mud. Duncan Robinson can't shoot the ball this year. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that fucking Jimmy Neutron-looking motherfucker. He's got to shoot better. Once again, it may be the balls. I don't fucking know. I don't care. Shoot better. You're getting paid $100 million to shoot a basketball. Fucking 6-7 Bertans. You fuck. But yeah, I think that's the only critiques I have of the Heat. We look fantastic. I did not like our rebounding the last two games. Maybe one of the best rebounding teams in the league so far, and our rebounding looked like shit. And we got to improve on that if we want to make a run at this title. And, you know, I said I wasn't going to get overly excited, and I wasn't at the beginning of the year. It was fun to watch us play and blow people the fuck out. Now I realize, okay, you know what? My fucking basketball team that I root for, that I've rooted for since I was fucking like 10 years old, has a chance to win another title. So let's enjoy this shit, right? We actually do have a chance. Mostly seeing the Lakers play like that, and LeBron's actually old and decrepit now. It's actually sad to see. He is not at the top of my number one player list anymore. Kevin Durant and Giannis are. They're 1A, 1B. But the only thing I hate, and this is my last point before I get out of here and record this fantasy video, only thing I hated about the whole LeBron being hurt thing, and y'all were putting him down in your rankings, is that for some reason Kawhi got to levitate in that top 5 area, but Kawhi only played 5 more games than LeBron did last year. That's the only thing I hated. That's the only thing. You cannot put... I mean, I had fucking moronic friends telling me LeBron wasn't a top 10 player anymore, okay? When LeBron is active and playing, he is a top 5 player right now. All right, let's not get it twisted. And he's in his fucking 19th season. And luckily, I'm not still like this overly biased like child, and I can go, yeah, LeBron isn't the best in the world anymore. Does that mean he can't win a chip? Fuck no. Does that not mean I still think he's the clutchest player in basketball? Nope. Does that not mean when it comes down to the playoffs, I'm picking anybody over his team if they're fully healthy? Nope. I'm not. So that's just one of those things, man. One of them things. So with that, I am out of here. I'm going to go fucking record this goddamn fantasy content. And you know, man, thank y'all for tuning in for the fucking hour-long video I just dropped. This might be a fucking whole pod. This is going to be part 2 of the whole pod. All right? Thank you. Pod God is out. Dude.